It is disturbing to know that the greatest complaint of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the Day of Judgment would be something related to the Qur'an, and that's a complaint he puts forth to Allah Azza wa Jal. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam makes a complaint on the Day of Judgment. Allah Azza wa Jal recorded in the Qur'an in Surah Al-Furqan, وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. The Messenger would say, my Lord, my people have abandoned the Qur'an. That's his complaint on the Day of Judgment, which means it's a condemned matter to abandon the Qur'an. You don't want to be standing in the line of those who Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam complains about. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he said the people have abandoned the Qur'an in 5 ways. They have abandoned its recitation. Pay attention, Ibn al-Qayyim is talking in his time, talking about 600-700 years ago. He said people have abandoned the recitation of the Qur'an. They have abandoned listening to the Qur'an. They have abandoned seeking medicine through the Qur'an. Who treats himself today with the Qur'an? That's a form of abandoning. They have abandoned at-tahakum ilayh. They have abandoned going back to the Qur'an so it can solve their disputes and their affairs and their issues. Who today from among mankind, when there is an issue between him and his brother, says, brother, let's just stop here and go to the word of Allah and let it solve our issue? Who does this today? Who does this? On a personal level, on a community level, on a global level? Whenever there's an issue, to say, let's go back to the Qur'an and seek ruling and advice from the Qur'an on how to move on with our issue. Wallahi, if we did this, not a single problem would exist among us. Not between husband and wife, not between parents and children, not between siblings, not between relatives, between friends. All of these issues would escape if we only did this form of worship with the Qur'an. At-tahakum ilayh. We went back to it for it to solve our problems. Allah Azza wa Jal said, فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ. If you had to dispute with one another concerning any matter, فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. Take it back to Allah and His Messenger. إِن كُنتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. If indeed you believe in Allah and the last day. So a sign of you believing in Allah and the last day, you'd go back to the Qur'an to sort out your issues. If you ran to other than Allah Azza wa Jal, to systems of law, man-made law to solve your issues will remain as they are, nothing will be solved. So this is a form of how the people abandoned the Qur'an. And the 5th one was at-tadabbur, to ponder over the Qur'an and to implement the Qur'an in their life. To read the Qur'an today, to understand what Allah said so He can implement.